This is KEXP, 90.3 FM in Seattle, worldwide. We're on the web at KEXP.org in our new home, in the new live performance space. I'm really excited to be down here. I've got a band from right here in Seattle, Washington, going to play some live music. Elia, welcome.
Hey.
Take it away. Let's hear. Hola. Vamos.
Vamos lento para sentir con el tiempo, descubrir que no es así.
Live music here on KEXP, local band, Elia. Yeah, live music here on KEXP from Seattle, Washington. Elia playing music off the EP Sentir. Thank you so much for coming by and performing for us today.
Thanks so much for having us. This is great.
I'm so glad to have you here in the new space, in the new home, in our new live performance area. Want to intro the band, Ignacio? Who do you have with you today?
So I have Keith Gledhill on the bass. I used to play with him a couple of years ago. And I have Joel here, who's a colleague of mine at work. And we literally just met about 2 months ago, but he's fantastic and just a great guy and great player. And we have Mr. Michael Lerner from Telekinesis in the drums.
Welcome.
It's great to have him here too.
Welcome to all you. Thanks for coming in. So, Ignacio, this is a project that you actually started in Ecuador and brought with you here to Seattle.
That's correct, yeah.
How long have you been in Seattle?
I've been here for a little bit over 4 years now.
Gotcha. And this new EP, it's about a year old or so now.
Yeah, I released it in November 2014. So
coming to Seattle wasn't necessarily for music. When did you start working on this version of your project and the EP?
Yeah, so I started Elia about 2010. And when I was coming to Seattle, obviously my intention was to continue with the project. And I actually used to sing in English beforehand, and I released 2 EPs in English. And then I guess part of the need of feeling like I'm away from home and there's a need for me to also evolve as an artist. And it was more challenging actually for me to write music in Spanish than it is in English because I actually grew up in the States for many years. So English has always been a very, key language in my life. And so it was a challenge to also find people to play with. And part of the EP, the objective that I had that year, 2014, was I told myself I'm just going to release an EP any way possible. And it's the first time that I actually, ventured into recording an EP while recording pretty much all the instruments except for the drums, which Michael Lerner actually played for and recorded. And so I recorded that. And from then onwards, we stayed in touch and I passed you my music, and some other people also listened to it. So it's been great so far. Yeah, I've
been loving the music. I'm playing it on El Sonido. I remember when you sent me the first track. I think the title track, Sentir.
Yeah,
and was like, wow, this is really great. And there's not too many people making music like this in Espanol here in the Pacific Northwest. Right. So I was like, wow, I need more of this. Tell me more. Did you have some songs ready, or did they start? You said you had before recorded in English.
So,
did you have some thoughts of Spanish stuff, or did it start completely here in Seattle?
That's a good question. Like many artists, you have a lot of ideas that you put into, basic recordings, and guitar riffs become into an actual song, and you put lyrics into them. And so the majority of those songs in the EP were songs that I've been working for about a year. And I had more material, but because of trying to make sure that I had enough funds to cover the EP expense, I decided to just release an EP, and I thought that would be a better strategy as well, both financially and also to be listened to in a more effective manner. So.
And you said you played all the instruments on the album except for the drums, which Michael, who's here today, helped you with. How did you guys link up?
So that's a really cool story. So I randomly met him at American Music, literally a couple months right after I arrived, and huge fan of Telekinesis and everything. I've really looked up to him as an artist, and so immediate reaction from me was go say hi to him and at least ask for a photo. And so we met, we chatted, and from then onwards we just stayed in touch. And when the EP came to, we're in the process of recording with Steven Aguilar who's also from Seattle but is now based in LA, who's worked with Michael too on many occasions before. I was chatting with him, and he said, "Oh, let's just ask Michael to record." I was like, "Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's ask him and have him join the recording process." So it was pretty fun.
So Steven Aguilar's done like the Head and Heart, Moby, all sorts of great stuff.
Yeah.
How did you link with him and get him?
That
to
was
record
also
the record?
pretty extraordinary. The coincidence. I had a colleague at work, and I was chatting about music with her, and so her roommate was Steven. And so when she mentioned that, I was just elated and thought, please send him over his contact information. I would love to consult him about potential recording, and that's how it happened. So everything really coincidental, but I also believe that things happen for a reason. I feel that the universe manifests itself in really extraordinary ways, and it happened to be a really great coincidence. So
turned into a great EP. Yep. So I definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Once again, the name of the first EP that you've done here in Seattle is called Sentir. We're talking with Elia from here in Seattle, Washington. So aside from this EP, you've got a new full length on the way.
Yes, correct. So
where are you with that?
Yeah, so I'm still finishing mixing the album. It is the first LP I'm planning to release this year, also in Spanish. And I worked on it during last summer while I was back in Ecuador. So I recorded with two great friends and producers, Diego and Kike, who are extraordinary and give me a huge help with that. So
nice. So you worked on the record in Ecuador with some musicians that you had worked with before?
Well, yeah, kind of, but mostly just really close music friends that I trust very much, and I'm able to work with them really easily. We have great chemistry, and so they co-produced the album.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you were just there. You went to do some work on the record, and perhaps see family. You were supposed to open for Morrissey.
Yeah. It was a very cool opportunity. I was going to open for Morrissey in Ecuador. He was actually there in November, and I got a call from one of the organizers and invited me and said, "Hey, we like your music. We think you're the best match to open for him." And originally, I was going to open up not with an actual band, but with Diego and Kike. It's more like a electronic kind of setup. A DJ setup rather, and unfortunately it didn't happen. Logistics, I think he had some issues with his tour manager, and
so he didn't perform at all.
And so he apparently, from what I understand, is he decided that he would prefer nobody opening for him that night. And so I could at least say that I almost opened for Morrissey.
Okay.
But it was also a pretty a good trip because I was able to do some shows and also work on the record with them.
So you were able to practice some of the new songs and stuff?
Yeah. Very much
nice. Sorry, I want to take a step back. Where are we with the new record? This is coming out.
Yeah, no release date yet.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Okay.
TBD.
No rush. And you're back here in Seattle.
I'm back here, yeah.
And you've got a band with you today. My next question is live shows. I've never seen you live before.
Yeah.
This is my first time. So is this going to be a live band thing here in Seattle?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see how things. I honestly would love to keep this thing going. I've always worked better with bands, backing me up, and I think it's a really cool chemistry to work with all these guys because they're fantastic and they're just extraordinary musicians. And if the opportunity comes again and we can book some shows, I'll love to have them be part of that too.
Awesome.
So,
well, if you do, let me know, and I'll let everyone listening know where they can check you out.
Will do.
Once again, we're live here at KEXP with Elia playing music off the EP Sentir, and you have a couple more tracks.
Yeah.
I would love to hear.
Sounds good.
Live music here at KEXP, playing music off the EP Sentir from here in Seattle, Washington. Elia. Live music. Sounded great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Gracias.
De nada. From the latest EP, Sentir, from right here in Seattle, Elia. And I'll post some information about the band and stuff so people listening can learn more about you. Perfect. And look for a new full-length record in the works now. Again, thanks to all of you. So glad to have you in live today.
Thank you, Chili.
Thank you, Kevin Suggs, for sound, KEXP video team.
Gracias, Kevin.
Everyone here who helped out. This is KEXP, Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.